Dabo Swinney has said the quiet part out loud, and he's not wrong. Next, here on the College Huddle. 87 independent podcasts from coast to coast, and you have landed on the mothership right here, home base on YouTube for the College Huddle. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell. Of course, hit the thumbs up on this video, and we'd love to know what you think about what we think down in the comments section below. Dabo Swinney always seems to be, at least here recently, 2 steps behind college football. But Dabo's not an unintelligent human being. Dabo Swinney is not a person who mixes words sometimes. He might be politically correct in some things, and sometimes he doesn't really care what you think. He's going to say it anyways. It's kind of one of the endearing traits to Dabo Swinney in a weird way, but also can be one of the annoying things about him, depending on which side of the fence you fall on when it comes to Dabo Swinney. And recently, Dabo Swinney said something that I think a lot of coaches in college football are thinking but are afraid to talk about. And it really could come to a head this offseason, in my opinion. And when it does, it's going to be very, very interesting which college football conference commissioners will have the backs of their coaches who feel the way that Dabo Swinney feels about this particular subject. Of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and share a quote with you from Dabo Swinney. There's still a lot of tampering going on. I know that people are having those conversations and eating and cutting deals. Not us. We're going to do what's right. Now, for the sake of this video, a lot of Clemson fans are going to say, that's right, you tell them, Dabo. And there are going to be others who go, oh my gosh, here we are again. We're just going to fall further and further behind the rest of college football. And here's what's funny. Both camps on this argument are right. Both are correct. Those who have a moral, ethical standard and are refused, no matter what it will do for you in the short term or the long term, refuse to pass that moral or ethical line, that's that line in the sand, you're right for feeling that way. And for those of you who say, we're just going to fall further behind the rest of college football by doing this, guess what? You're also right for feeling that way. Unfortunately, in this situation with college football, it's darned if you do and darned if you don't. And it stinks. It smells. It's like the person who loves cats has too many cats in their house. They're a good person. You love the person. But how do you tell them without offending them that they smell like cat piss all the time? That's college football. You love college football? College football has loved you in your lifetime. But how do you tell college football right now, you stink? This stinks. A lot of people who played college football, former players, obviously the players and family who are involved in college football today, they don't care that you think it stinks as a fan. They're reaping the benefits of it. But the problem with it is you can't control it. This isn't the NFL. There isn't a bargaining agreement here. There isn't a players union, and there isn't an owners association who are, sitting down at the negotiation table and coming up with a set of rules in which to abide. And if you don't abide by those rules, you will face the consequences, because that doesn't exist in this NCAA. There was supposedly a a federal government law that was passed that basically stated that you had revenue sharing that could be, what was it, 20 and a half million, something like that, that you could use to pay your athletes at your school however you seem fit. And anything above and beyond that through NIL was going that you would have to submit to the NIL Go, the clearinghouse, that then would be looked at all NIL deals to make sure that it is equivalent to the rest of the country and acceptable for your name, image, and likeness through another company or whatever who was using your name, image, and likeness to try to promote whatever it is that they were hiring you to promote. That is what this clearinghouse was supposed to do. The problem is, and this is what Dabo Swinney is saying, there are schools reaching out to players who weren't even in the transfer portal yet, saying to them, we can get you X amount of millions if you come and play for us. That's called tampering. That was deemed illegal by the NCAA. But the NCAA has done jack crap about that. And here's why. They can't. They can't do a doggone thing. The NCAA basically is about as rigid as a wet noodle. They've got no backbone, no spine. They can't do jack. Every time they go to court, they lose. They lose their shorts, man. And even if they catch you cheating, if they catch you breaking the rules, a la Michigan, they will gladly just let the thing go if you pay them off. Here's your fine. Because they just want to collect the money and stay relevant. And the only way they're going to be able to pay for what they do is literally you just give them money. And if that's all that matters here, there is no rules. The NIL Go is a farce. The clearinghouse doesn't even really truly exist, because here's what's happening. Players are negotiating with schools on their NIL contracts, quote unquote, pay to play, and it is way beyond the 20 and a half, 21 million, whatever it is, revenue sharing that's happening. Way beyond, which means they're getting the NIL money from other institutions, other businesses, other donors without it clearing the NIL Go clearinghouse. That's illegal. That's breaking the rules. Yet, I'm here to tell you right now, there are and you know who they are, handful of colleges who are 100% doing that, and no one's stopping them. Nobody's stopping them. The athletic directors know they're doing it. The coaches know they're doing it. And no one can say anything publicly. At least Dabo Swinney has the gall, the testicular fortitude to at least say something. And for that, I tip my hat to him. Now, you would say, Eric, the only reason why you feel this way is because your school isn't doing it that you're cheering for. And that's not true. That's not true at all. I don't think it would be fair if the school that I was cheering for was doing that. Maybe they are. I want a level playing field in college football. College football's never had a level playing field. I agree, but it's never been like this. It has never been like this. This goes beyond things like better facilities. This goes beyond a better education. This goes beyond even when NIL first came out. This is legitimately one of the worst things, in my opinion, to have happened to college football in my lifetime. And if you need any more proof for that, look at the transfer portal. Almost half of Division I athletes in college football went to the portal. This is worse than the NFL when it comes to when your contract comes up and you're out there as a free agent. This is beyond free agency. This is legitimately every offseason you have to rebuild your entire team again. And for people like Dabo Swinney who are playing by the rules, it's got to be incredibly frustrating. And for fans of Clemson to have a coach who says, listen, we are not going to talk to players who are on another football team before they hit the transfer portal. I will not do it. It's got to be frustrating for you to watch your roster literally get worse every year while some of your rivals get better. Yet, you know what? I respect the heck out of them for that. I do. I respect the heck out of them. We need some kind of collective bargaining agreement in college football, or this is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And I'm thankful that at least somebody said something. I anticipate Dabo Swinney's not alone in his feelings about this. Others are going to start talking about it as well. I'm hoping this summer, at some point in this offseason, these commissioners are going to get together. They're going to have these hard conversations, and they're going to start talking about this. Which ones are going to do it? Which ones are going to be the most vocal? Which ones will have the backs of their coaches who are saying, we want to play fair? Make sure everybody is playing by the same set of rules. Let's see what happens with this one. This one's interesting. Let me know what you think about what I think down in the comment section below. Tomorrow's the national championship. We will have a video talking about that. I've got some things floating around in my mind. I'm going to kind of work them out. Tomorrow morning, I'll have a video for all of you about the national championship game. Make sure you're locked in right here on the College Huddle. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.